Oh, ain't your mama new? I'm supposed to be playing a celebrating song to celebrate. Where is okay, here we are. Oh, ain't your mama new? Oh, eh. Kutana kopo kwa shupira ngo wachitako fe twist pano no. You feel something. Okay, where are we?
What do you think the world perception is of the United?
What do you think the world perception is? World perception. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're going live on TikTok and we'll say land grabbing by HH is real. That's what we are saying. On TikTok, we are saying land grabbing by HH is real. Because it is real, actually. It is real. It's not a lie. No, it's the truth. It's real. What am I going to drink? What am I going to drink? What am I going to drink? Hot water or... That fridge doesn't seem to be closed. I think I'll get it. I'll get it juice. Oops. So here we are. Good evening. I think I'm going to start. I will not waste too much time because I've got quite a bit that I need to talk about. So I better get started. So good evening, my brothers and sisters. Of course, we are celebrating Donald Trump's victory. We are congratulating him. And I will talk about the issue of Donald Trump next week. I will talk about the issue of Donald Trump next week. As you know, the program now comes every Sunday, 20 hours, and then the next day, is it Monday? No, not Monday. Yeah, so every Sunday, and then Wednesday and Friday. So today is Wednesday. On Friday, I've got an issue that I want to discuss already. So I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to discuss on Friday, but I already have something lined up which I'll be discussing on Friday. And then on Sunday, maybe on Sunday, I might talk about that. I might talk about the issue of Donald Trump. I think maybe on Sunday I want to talk about Donald Trump. Basically, I want us to look at what is it that we can learn, what lessons do we draw from Donald Trump's victory. And mostly I will be talking to my fellow opposition, particularly the Alebwe Rapport agenda. I will talk about that. I will talk about that. On Sunday, I want to talk about the issue of Alebwe Rapport agenda in Zambia. Yeah, unless something comes up. On Friday, I already have a topic that I want to discuss. I've been called for a meeting anyway. I've been called for a meeting. I don't know exactly the details, but I have been called for a meeting by some organization, some international organization. I've been called, and the few questions that they have given me relates to UNHCR. It relates to UNHCR in Zambia, not so much UNHCR, so to say. What is that? Refugee for High Commission, I think. Refugee for High Commission, not UNHCR really, not UNHCR, but Refugee for High Commission in Zambia. Those issues of some people who were arrested, I don't know. There's something there, but I will give you more details after the meeting. The meeting is coming up on Thursday. Oh, which is tomorrow actually. Yeah. So the meeting is coming up. The meeting is coming up tomorrow. So after I attend that meeting, I will come and give you the details of what this is all about. But that is what I will be talking about on Friday, and then the next day will be on Sunday, and on Sunday I will be discussing the issue relating to Alebwe Lapo, taking some lessons from Donald Trump. How did this happen? How did this happen? What lessons are we able to learn from it? One thing that I want to say is that my discussion, you can already preempt, is that I feel that we are not doing enough in terms of Alebwe Lapo. Instead, we are too apologetic. We are like cry babies in the Alebwe Lapo agenda. We are like crying babies, we are like crying babies. But what are we doing? That is what I'm going to discuss on Sunday. I don't want to be part of failure. I don't want to be part of failure. It is not in me. I don't want to be part of failure. I'm not going to just sit quiet, and we keep going and then we fail. If I can see something, let me talk about it. So I'm going to talk about that, and really my discussion, like I'm telling you, I'm preempting, it is what lessons can we learn from Donald Trump? What lessons can we learn from Donald Trump? Okay? Because as it is, I don't think we are doing enough. Instead, we are apologetic, and we are just crying babies. We are crying babies. Oh, stitch. The question is, what are we doing? That is what I'm going to discuss on Sunday. On Friday, I'll be discussing this issue relating to High Commission for Refugees. I don't have the details. I have ideas out of the few questions that I was asked by phone. I have a few ideas, but I will talk about it more confidently after the meeting tomorrow. The meeting is supposed to be tomorrow, Thursday. So yeah, it's actually a reminder. So tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going for a meeting. I'll discuss it on Friday. Tonight, I want to respond to some of the issues raised by Simon Mwewa. I want to respond to some of the issues raised by Simon Mwewa. And it is not about Simon Mwewa. Simon Mwewa is not a politician. Simon Mwewa is just a political lumpen. He's a political lumpen who, is hired. Is hired to talk about certain issues. He has to survive. He has to survive together with his brother Vanevas Mumba, and there is another friend of mine. I'm not going to touch him, but yeah. And he made a number of he brought out a number of issues, and I want to respond to those issues. So it's not so much about him, it is about the issues that he raised. Okay, it is not about him. I'm not so much interested in Simon Mwewa per se, but the issues that he raised. So I hope you can get the difference. It is not me discussing Simon Mwewa as it is. No, I'll leave that. I'll leave the personal side of it, but I will discuss the issues that he raised, because the issues that he raised are very important. They are very important, and I need to make a comment on those particular issues. The issues relating to Vanevas Mumba, the issues relating to Hakainde Ichilema, the issues relating to the Nsamansama. And I apologize to the family in advance that the issue of Nsamansama is coming up. But look, it is not me who is bringing the issue of Nsamansama, Lawrence Banda, and these others. It is the UPND who keep bringing up these names in the public domain for their political aggrandizement. It is the UPND. And we have no choice. We can't keep quiet. We can't keep quiet. We need to respond. So I will respond. I will talk about those issues. This is what I want to talk about. Now, there is an issue that, which I struggle with myself personally. There's an issue that I struggle with personally. I struggle with this. This is the issue of my faith and my politics. Trust me, I'm a person that reflects. I do introspect. I do, reflect on the Word of God. I try as much as possible to attend Mass almost on a daily basis. And I do hear what preachers say, what priests, preach, in their homilies. And there are times really when they speak about some of these issues, and I feel like, I feel touched. Like I remember just recently, one of the priests here was talking about, to say, no, we shouldn't talk about others. We should just talk about love. We should just speak good of others. We should just encourage others, and not to speak negative of others, because we destroy others when we speak negatively. And I was sitting there, I'm like, unfortunately, this is what I do. This is what I do. I talk about others in the negative. I finish people down. I finish people. I run down people. I talk down people. I am aware of this. I'm aware of this. And like Simon Mwewa says, that Tayali has got the mighty, is mighty in destruction. Yeah. I am like a machine gun, a man on a machine gun. I am like a man on a machine gun. When you have those tankers, and then you have this man on that machine gun, it's able to destroy. I know that. And I agree with Simon Mwewa. I agree with Simon Mwewa when he says, Tayali is a mighty in destruction. Yeah, of course. Of course, if I decide, to talk about you and bring you down, well, I have that. I'm a political machine gun. I'm a political machine gun. And yes, some of you like to say, no, you are hired and whatever. Well, it is true. In some instances, I'm actually hired. I'm actually even paid for it. Yes, it is true. It is true. It is true. The only thing that I don't do is to talk about something that is a lie or to betray my conscience. This I don't do. If I come here and face the cameras, it is because I am convinced of what I'm talking about. So, whilst somebody would pay me to talk about something, whatever I'm being paid for to talk about, it is something that I'm convinced about. So it is as good as mine because I am convinced about it. And what I would not do is not to lie. If I'm lying, like like I did to Bogansoka. I actually told him to say, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to fix you for you being silly, you know. So it's not so much of a lie. I say it as it is. And where I've gone wrong, I've come back and apologized to the public to say, sorry, I made a mistake here. So the point is that, yes, I've got that propensity, I've got that capacity to really talk about an issue or somebody and really just bring them down. I've got that capacity. I'm like, that propelling missile. I'm able to do that. And I agree with Simon Moore. I agree with Simon Moore. Because Simon Moore, acknowledges that. And I thank you for recognizing, my capacity. That's very good. That's very good, Simon Moore. You recognize my capacity. Now, this capacity that I have, and sometimes it is like it is in conflict with my profession, with my faith. It is in conflict, because that is not what the Bible talks about. That is not what Jesus Christ talks about. Jesus Christ says, no, even when you are talking about what, don't be confrontational. Don't speak, offer the other side, offer the other cheek. If somebody talks bad about you, you don't have to come out and whatever. That is what the Bible talks about. That is what Jesus teaches us. But unfortunately, politics is about, talking about others negatively. Unfortunately, politics is about talking negative about others. Politics is about taking advantage of the weaknesses of others and make it big. Make it big. That is, unfortunately, the nature of politics. That is the nature of politics. So it is like a person who is a boxer. A boxer goes into the ring. A boxer goes into the ring, and a boxer looks at the weakness of the opponent, and he hammers on the weakness of the opponent. He hammers on the weakness of the opponent. That is the game. That is a game. If you are a boxer, you don't go in boxing in a ring and you offer the other cheek. No, you will be beaten. You go into the ring to beat the hell out of your opponent. So you could be even a Catholic. So you are a Catholic, but you are a boxer. Unfortunately, boxing is one of the sports that has been recognized here on earth. Unfortunately, it is one of the sport. It is one of the professions that has made people make so much money. That has made people, look after their families and achieve so much. Boxing. So you could be a Christian, you could be a Muslim, because even in Islam, I mean, they also talk about not hating the other. But you could be a Catholic and you go in the ring. You don't say, no, Jesus Christ taught us to give the other cheek. I mean, forget it, you can't. So you have to beat the hell out of the other guy. Another example that I would give, it's like a soldier. It's like a soldier. A soldier, you could be Catholic, and like especially in the army, we even have priests who are soldiers carrying guns. He's a priest and he's carrying guns. We have got priests who have got high-ranking officers, army officers. And when there is a war, these soldiers who are Catholics, who could even be priests, they go to the battlefield. And when they go to the battlefield, unfortunately, it is fatal. It is fatal. You shoot to kill. Because if you don't shoot to kill, I mean, you'll be shot at. If you go in a battlefield, with a gun, no, me, I'm a Catholic, and you see an enemy and you start doing Hail Mary, you'll be shot. You'll be shot. Unfortunately, that is how politics is also. Politics, we go in, we don't go in to just speak good of Hakainde Ichilema, to speak good of whoever we are is on the other side. No. We go to speak the negative of that person. And some of you come here on social media and you say, hey, but Tayali, why do you always talk about Hakainde Ichilema in the negative? Hello? He's my opponent. He's my opponent. He is my opponent. So I have to expose his weaknesses. That is politics. Politics is about exposing the weaknesses of the other person. Whilst you bring out your ideas. Yes, you bring out your ideas, but really, mostly, it's like some people say, no, at chaplain in the military, don't carry weapons. You call for should end up my chaplains, should end up my chaplains. I'm talking about army officers, not my chaplain. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? Point of correction, chaplains don't carry. I'm not talking about chaplains. I'm talking about army officers who are soldiers. You don't know that we have got priests who are soldiers. Soldier, not chaplain. A soldier, mtwandi. Soldier. Kaneo chakuti. And the Ngayazanda, they carry guns. They have to carry guns. So that's just what it is. And forget about even, you can remove the priest. Talk about me, I'm not a priest. Talk about me as a faithful, as a Christian, as a Catholic, just like there are soldiers who are Catholics, who are Catholics. They carry guns. They carry guns. Unfortunately, this world, that is how imperfect our world is. That is how imperfect our world is. Sometimes, some of these things, you can't just explain them. Some of these things, you can't just explain them, unfortunately. And this is what I find myself in. I find myself as a Catholic, as a Catholic, but also a politician. And the work and the job of a politician is, to compete in ideas, but mostly what really carries us. The one funny thing about politics is that, yes, you can go, because somebody will say, no, politics is about a competition of ideas. Yes, you can go and be offering your ideas, but where do you go? Which politicians do you see succeed, by just offering their ideas? No, when I come, I'm going to do this. When I come, I'm going to do this. And they don't talk about their opponent. Which politician? Who has succeeded? Look at Donald Trump himself. America is the first democracy. But look at the campaign that goes on there. Look at the campaign that goes on there. Where can you go? Yeah. I've just received a message here. Okay. Yeah, I've just received a disturbing message. I've just received a disturbing message that GBM has been rushed to Maina Soko. He's not feeling well. As you know, but GBM has not been well. Remember, he spends quite some time, in hospital, and they even issued the bench warrant. GBM was in hospital while being attended to in hospital. The court were issuing a bench warrant for him. GBM has been wanting to go to South Africa, to receive medical attention, and the state has refused. And, he was convicted, thrown in jail. And he has been crying, he has been asking that, he's given chance, to seek medical attention, and they have been refusing. So now I've just received a text message that just now GBM has been rushed to Maina Soko. So let's pray for him. Let's pray for him, and let's pray for this government that they will make a good decision on GBM, on GBM, because really the man is not okay. And these are some of the things that I want to touch on. There is somebody saying, you see. And these are some of the things that I'm talking about. Somebody saying the law is the law. Yeah, this is politics. For him to talk like that, he's talking from a political point of view. The law is the law. Yeah. Anyway, now, so the issue is that I find myself in this conflict. Don't think that I don't think about it. I think about it, and it challenges me. It challenges my faith. How can I do the best, the politics in a best way? Unfortunately, if I have to be effective, I have to play politics the way it is played. Unfortunately, I have to play politics the way it is played. I don't want to justify it so much with the Bible and whatever. But even Jesus Christ was not going easy on politicians, because Jesus did play politics, and he came out strong when he was talking to the leadership of that time, the Pharisees, the scribes, the journalists of those days. He used to come out very strong against them. And unfortunately, that is how it is done. Politics, that's how it is done. If you do politics, whatever, apologetic, you won't go anywhere. If you do politics apologetically, sheepishly, it's very difficult. You can't go far. You can't go far in politics. And this is what I'll be talking about on Sunday. Unfortunately, politics, politics they have. So this issue that Simon Moa is trying to raise, to say, no, but he's a Catholic, but in one mouth he is talking about Hail Mary, in the other mouth he is blasting Banevas Mumba. Yeah, unfortunately, that is politics. And I can only pray that God can enlighten us to do things better, whatever. But at least it is not a waste, really, for a Christian to be a politician. It's not a waste, because there are certain things that, as a Christian, you will not be able. You will consider others. We still love in our politics. We can still love the other. We can still love the other. There are certain things that, at least me as a Catholic, I would not be able to do, even if it is politics. For example, me as a politician, for me, even when I will be president, because one day I will be president. So even in that time, when I will be president, there is something that I will not be able to do because of my faith. I will not be unjust to others. I will not be. Because even now, when I talk about others, I don't unjustly talk about them. No. And even when I will be wielding power, I will not be unjust. I will not take people who have not committed a crime, in jail. I will not do that. Just for politics. I will be compassionate. Even if it is politics, I will be compassionate. For example, at GBM, you know that GBM is sick. This man has been sick. And the GBM really is being persecuted politically, nothing else. It's about politics, not about the corruption that you talk about. No, I've been talking about this. So at least me as a Christian, I will not allow people go through what GBM is going through. I will not allow people to go through what Edgar Lungu is going through with a wife. I will not. I will not use my power, to be unjust to others, to oppress others, to persecute others. But yes, as I am fighting and I'm doing my politics, yes, I'll be very aggressive. I'll be aggressive, but what I will not do is to be unjust to others. What I will not do is to be cruel to others. What I will not do is to take advantage of the poor. I will not do that. So it is not a loss. It is not completely lost to say, no, but, as Catholics and as a politician, we are, no. We are different. And I strongly believe that for me, my faith really contributes positively in my politics. It does. Because it is because because of my faith that I fight for justice for others. It is because that I am a Catholic and my faith teaches me, to carry the cross, that I am able to sacrifice my family. But Simon Mo is talking about, no, he has left the family. And some of you like to say, hey, you have left your family, whatever, you have sacrificed your family. Where is family first? It is the cross that I carry. And I carry it not for Edgar Lungu, an individual, no. I carry it for the many people in Zambia that wants good governance. That wants good governance. That wants a better life. That is a cross that I carry. The very thing that I love the most, my family, that is a cross that I carry. I sacrifice it for Zambia, for the poor people. My family is okay, by the way. My family is okay. So we could actually I could sit with my family and just live our life. We can live our life. We can live our lives and forget about everybody else. We can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. But because I love my country, because I love people, because I love the poor people, I want to help the poor people, I sacrifice that. I carry the cross. So when you talk about, no, you have left the family, hey, your family, hey, think about whatever. It is a cross. It is not that I don't feel it. I feel it. But I carry that cross for my country. I carry that cross for my people. It is a cross. It is not that I don't feel it. It is not that I'm irresponsible. No, I'm not irresponsible. It pains me every night. It pains me when I talk to my children, on video and whatever. I don't like it. I am a family man and family comes first. But that is a sacrifice that I make. That is a sacrifice that I make. And this is as the result of the faith that I have. So if we have a politics, and I think it is a blessing that we are Christians and we are in politics, because out of that we are able to make the sacrifices, like the sacrifice that I make. We're able to make the sacrifices, and I'll continue making those sacrifices. When you are a Christian, a good Christian, you will not engage in corruption. You will not engage in corruption. You will think of other people. You will not be so selfish. And this, at least you will find them in me. And those things are there because of my faith. So it is not a loss. It is not a loss that, I'm a Catholic and I'm a politician. I think it does help me. Of course, Simon Mwewa sometimes wants to twist things, to suit his agenda, because he usually has an agenda. And he wants to twist things to suit his agenda. Unfortunately, Simon Mwewa, the difference between me and Simon Mwewa is that sometimes Simon Mwewa, he has got no regard. He can lie. He lies. He lies. Simon Mwewa lies. This is the difference between me and Simon Mwewa. I don't lie. But Simon Mwewa will lie. But Simon Mwewa will have no consideration. Sometimes some of the things, because, yes, we are in politics, but there is an extent to which I can go. Certain things I will not discuss. I will say, no, let me, that is a little bit too personal. Let me leave it there. Let me leave it there, But Simon Moore has no regard whatsoever. He has no regard even to the relationship that you have. That's why you find that, a person like Mao Sampa, who has been his friend, unprovoked, he would attack him. Why are you attacking? He has attacked so many people unprovoked. But just for him to get the Tuma likes, he will go to length and just talk about people unnecessarily. He damages some of these people so badly. Innocent people. I fight with my fellow politicians. Those are the ones I fight with. But Simon will pick a person, an individual who is not a politician, but unprovoked really, and you attack these people. That is not good. For example, Simon has said so many lies. He has said so many lies about me. So many lies about me. He lied about my wife. Tayali's wife, what? She's not even educated. She doesn't have a degree. Hello? Why are you dragging this poor woman in? Yes, I'm a politician, but why are you dragging her in and say some of these things? The children, for example. Yes, I'm in politics, but I will not drag HH's children in the discussions. You won't hear me do that. But Simon Moore will drag the children in, and why are you talking about the children? Why are you talking about the children? Why are you talking about the wife? Look at HH and Wamtinta. You don't hear me talking about Wamtinta. Wamtinta. No, I don't. But for Simon Moore, I will go and drag these people in. That is what is unchristian. You don't go, even as soldiers, you don't go and attack their family. No, you follow the soldier. That is in the battlefield. That is the one that you follow. But Simon has said a lot of things about me. Oh, no. His marriage will not last. I will give it 2 years. But look how far we have gone. He can't manage a Hilux. Hello. I've had in my life, I've had 4 Hiluxes. 4 Hiluxes. 4. Nashta. 4. But of course, he would want, because Simon Mowa is a person that has failed to achieve much in his life. He is a failure. And failures, they don't want to see others succeed. They want to bring down everybody so that once moneke fipuba. They once moneke fipuba. Nga chipuba. Chilufya bambi nabo bamoneke chipuba nota chimoneke chipuba cheka. Nota chimoneke chipuba cheka. But once if all of you now, you should look fools. Fools will drag others in their foolishness so that mulingane. That is what they do. So some of these people, when they attack you, just know that they want to drag you in their mud because they are not fulfilled inside themselves. They have got holes inside themselves. So they fill up that by feeling good when they throw punches on others. They feel good. At least but it's one of those things. It's one of those things. So he has said so many things which, unfortunately, you people who have followed me, you people who know me, you're able to say, no, far from it. My life, you can't compare it with Simon Moore. You can't. Of course, he has helped me here and there. He has given me whatever. He has helped me in my campaign and whatever. But it is not that I am a pauper. I'm not a pauper. No, I'm not. And from my childhood, when I suffered when I was a child. But when I grew up, I've always lived a comfortable life. I've always lived a comfortable life. Those who know me from a long time, they will tell you, I've lived. Yes, of course. Tayali is one time you would say he has got money, and the other time, yes, that is life. That is life. There are times when you don't have, there are times when you have. It is, and I live a real life. I live a real life. I'm not a person that wants to pretend that, no, all the time, all the time. No, there are times when, yes, I don't have. And when I have, I have. When I don't have, I don't have. That is how I live my life. But Simon Mwewa, wants to talk in the negative and blah, 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 blah. But when he was talking, I understood him because he came out to defend his relative. I don't know if it is his brother or his uncle, but never Smumba, they are related. He came, it was more about, hitting back for Vaneva Smumba. Hey, Vaneva Smumba, Inshabatukire Vaneva Smumba, Inshabatukire. Nalandire fishing kapali Vaneva Smumba. If you're ndanda pali Vaneva Smumba, fiachine, tensele, ina ishtukana. I don't insult. I only speak the truth. What I said about Vaneva Smumba, it is true. Vaneva Smumba is a man niwa kandire. Vaneva Smumba niwa kandire. Vaneva Smumba vakotera muri bukandire. Enchito yabo Vaneva Smumba ni bukandire. And it's so good that he always manages, to cheat the presidents that we have had. He has cheated all of them. He has cheated them. Kaunda, he cheated him that he's an evangelist. And he took advantage of him being an evangelist. And Kaunda respected him as a young evangelist. And he took advantage of that. When Chilufya came, he feasted on, as evangelist and whatever. He got benefit out of that. From there, he came to Mwanawasa. Mwanawasa, he cheated Mwanawasa, and Mwanawasa made him vice president. He is very good at what he does. He cheated Mwanawasa to a point of Mwanawasa appointing vice president. What did Vaneva Smumba do? Today, Vaneva Smumba talk about former vice president. What did he do? What has Vaneva Smumba done for our country? What did he do to deserve to be a vice president? Apart from Wukandire, apart from Wukachepa, apart from Wufi. That's what made him. That's what pushes Vaneva Smumba. And he was made vice president. That man is powerful at what he does. From there, Arabi, and all the time, because of his narcissistic way, once he's given a position, he messes it up. He was given a position as vice president and he messed it up because he thought he's better than Mwanawasa. Mwanawasa kicked him out. He fired him. He went to Arabi. When Arabi came in, he cheated Arabi. Arabi gave him a position as ambassador. From there, he left him UPND. MMD. He left him MMD. Vaneva Smumba has destroyed MMD. That man with his selfishness is so useless. He's so useless politically. He should be ashamed of himself. Those are people that should be hiding away from people out of shame. Because that man was left with UPND, with the MMD, when it was a strong party. But look what he has done to MMD. He has run down MMD. MMD ashara now, it's a ball. Pakulombela. Pakulila kaliro nomba. He has destroyed MMD. He has destroyed MMD. He is such a disgraceful man. When MMD was handed over to Vaneva Smumba, MMD had members of parliament, had councillors. But where is MMD today? From there, after Arabi, He came also even Edgar Lungu. He tried. Unfortunately, he didn't succeed, and that's how he went to UPND. To UPND, but he stood in between. When others were signing to be alliance partners of UPND, Nevas Mumba did not sign to be an alliance partner because he was still playing double standard. He was still weighing his options. He didn't do it. He has done it now, and look at the way he did it. It was flamboyant. It was flamboyant. The way he did it. No one has ever signed alliance, whatever. But because Nevas Mumba is good at, cheating people, he has cheated Haka in the HM. He is right in HH's shots. He is right in HH's shots, Haka in this Nevas Mumba. That is why, they had to put up this big ceremony of signing a partner. What is special? What is special about that alliance partnership that they signed with HH? What is different? Mirupi has been a friend of Haka Inde Ichirema for a long time. For a long time. Why didn't they put up a spectacular event when they were signing their memorandum? Mutati, why didn't they put up all that? But because Nevas Mumba, he never nyela in doing these things. Never nyela. He likes that. He likes that spotlight. Look at the way it was done. That is Nevas Mumba's style. He is good. Right now, we have Vaka Pokola guarding Nevas Mumba's house. Why are the state police on Nevas Mumba's house? Why? But Nevas Mumba balila pamitwe abantu. But Nevas Mumba balila pamitwe abantu, because that money which is given to Nevas Mumba, it's taxpayers' money. It's taxpayers' money. But Nevas Mumba bale basonkere nganda. Bala basonkere nganda. Baba pera na kapokola. Umwana wabo nawo na bali mu parent to South Africa. But Nevas Mumba bala fola. He gets paid. But he gets paid for what? What does he do? What does he do? What does he do? Where is our constitution written where we say no, a former vice president should be paid? But Nevas Mumba drives a GX. Iyabuteko. But Nevas Mumba niba nyela varia. And these are the facts. These are the facts. He's a very selfish man. It is just about himself. It is just about himself. But Nevas Mumba doesn't have a constituency. He doesn't have a constituency. His constituency, Niveka, it is him. It is him. That is his constituency. And these are the truth. Chitambala, you may not want to hear this, but these are the truth about Nevas Mumba. It is just what it is. And it's not malice and whatever. Tensele. Efo Nevas Mumba baba. When I was saying what Vama Nyenga my presidents. Vama Nyenga, I'm talking Nyanja. I'm talking Nyanja. And of course, yes, I'm trying to be sarcastic about it. But that is Nevas Mumba. That is Nevas Mumba. There is nothing. Now he's even coming out. No, my partners, our partners, our opposition are scared of us. Who can be scared of Nevas Mumba? Who can be scared of Nevas Mumba politically? Who can Nevas Mumba beat? Politically, who is Nevas Mumba? Politically, who is Nevas Mumba? Or Nevas Mumba can be beaten by even a young politician who doesn't know nothing. He can't convince anyone. He is just good at lying to these people. He's just good at lying to these presidents. And HH is not the first one. He has been lying to whatever, but all these people that Nevas Mumba has been lying to, I mean, they have not benefited much from Nevas Mumba. So Simon was sorry. Your brother or your relative is just a political carcass who is supposed to be rotting down in the grave. He's just a political carcass. He's finished. It is only, finished politicians who are struggling also to survive that see value in Nevas Mumba. Because nobody see you. So they see value in people like Nevas Mumba. But a politician really, what can you see in Nevas Mumba? And that abuse, you should remove those police officers that are at Nevas Mumba's house. You are abusing the police. Why are you keeping those police officers Pariba Nevas Mumba? What position does Nevas Mumba have in government? If you have poor, so, but Simon Mwawa, you came in to defend your brother, but this is the fact. And then you spoke about the issue of HH. You spoke about the issue of HH. No, whatever. Let me play this part. I wanted to play this part.
Mess. I mean, the mess that Edith Nwakwe is in is so gargantuan, is so colossal, it beggars description. Tayali, along with Edith Nwakwe, were funded to launch this campaign, the Hatembo scandal. They deduced in a nutshell, they basically said that no, HH used his influence and advantage to acquire land that didn't belong to him, that he somehow lawfully grabbed land from a family that was being taken advantage of by HH. All this stuff, they could never prove it because it didn't exist. And Tayali, you remember, he would go with documents. He would go to the Ministry of Lands, and he would run up and down the country like the devil, to and fro on the face of the earth like the devil, and he would have all these documents. Hey, HH Dwalam from your ballot. He won't be on the ballot. I've got all the evidence. And it's because of Tayali's machinations that when HH was summoned to the court,
listen,
he was accompanied by UPND.
So first of all, I will come to that. First of all, so here he's talking about, I was going round, talking to say we have got evidence and whatever, and there was no evidence. The truth of the matter is that issue, I want you to know tonight. I want you to know tonight that issue is real. HH has been grabbing land from a number of people there in Southern Province. A number of people. I am saying this not whatever, it is the truth. I have met a number of people that used to come crying for their land that HH had taken from them. Real people, not our imaginary, real people, poor people coming. Hakainde Hichilema has displaced so many people. So many people. Unfortunately, Hakainde Hichilema in Southern Province has always been very powerful. He has always been very powerful. That it is difficult to challenge HH. Even as I'm talking, there are people that are agreeing with me to say it is true what he's saying. But can they come out, especially now that he's president? They can't. They can't. But leave alone those others that we may not be able to give names. But let's just talk about the Feluna and the Hatembo issue. Imwe mwema Zambia nzimwe wakwatamano nocha wabashindaula. Surely, do you doubt about Wafeluna? She was in court recently. And as much as she came as a state witness, she couldn't lie about it. The Feluna farm is real. That farm belongs to Mr. Atembo, the late Mr. Atembo. And that man had a loan Ewapoke the Kulima Bank. At the time of his death, he had a loan Kulima Bank. Lima Bank was liquidated. When Lima Bank was liquidated, the Tembo farm was part of the collateral that was given to Lima Bank. And HH was given the responsibility to be part of the liquidators of Lima Bank. Today, that farm, which belongs to her Tembos, belongs to HH. How did it happen? How did it happen? Iwe Simon Mwewa, how did it happen? How did it happen that a farm that was given as collateral to Lima Bank is now in the hands of Hakainde Hichilema? How did it happen? How did it happen? Because some of these things, when you are talking about them, you should be very careful. You should be very careful because you are just bringing up an issue that that should be left to lie. Like they say, let the sleeping dogs lie. But you are bringing it up. The issue of our Tembos is a real issue. It is a real issue. That farm, plot number, whatever, and those documents, I obtained those documents. Those documents that you saw me carrying, they were not fake documents. They were real documents. Real documents of title deeds of that farm. Real documents of what is contained at the Ministry of Lands as we were talking at that time. The land, I had the evidence, those documents, they had the evidence of how the farm belonged to the Hatembos and how the farm changed the names until to Hakainde Hichilema at that time. Real documents, real. So all those of you who have been saying, hey, those documents, they were real. They were real. And that issue is real. That issue is real. How did it change to the Hatembos? Hakainde Hichilema says, no, he bought. He bought. That's what Hakainde Hichilema says. He bought. But really, you have jailed GBM on the conflict of interest. What about you? Where did you declare Imweba HH? You were Simon Chitambala. Where did HH declare? Because he was a liquidator. And through our investigation, we didn't find anywhere where HH declared to say, no, I'm declaring interest. But today HH owns that farm. As we speak, you will never change this fact. You will never change this fact. The farm once belonged to Hatembos, and now it belongs to HH. This you will never change. Because the Hatembo did actually exist. The Feluna and his brother, they are there. And they have got children. If you say, no, it was not real, it was not real. Why did HH kidnap Abena Feluna and his brother? Why did he kidnap? Because HH got them. HH got them and hid them. Those two only appeared after HH became president. That is when they appeared. But throughout they were hidden by HH. They were hidden by HH. He kidnapped them and hid them. And I blame the PF. I blame the PF because this issue really was a real issue. Even as I'm talking, Edgar Lungu knows it's a real issue. Even as I'm talking, Kampiongo knows. Because these people, we showed them the evidence. We showed them the evidence. HH survived out of the goodness of Edgar Lungu. Because Edgar Lungu and his people, because some of you talk like, no, Edgar Lungu was so bad. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. They were scared somehow. The problem with them is that the problem with the PF Navena, they were scared of HH. They were scared of HH. And HH was using people to protect him from answering to some of these charges. These charges are real. HH is president now, but those charges are real. They are real today, they will be real tomorrow. And I'm telling you, this I can give you a promise. I'm a Christian. I don't want retribution. But this one I can tell you, on this one, the day that I will become president, that farm will go back to the owners. I don't care whether that Feruna will be dead or whatever. The children or the grandchildren of their temples, we will give them back that land. I can assure you. I can assure you that land, as long as I, Chilufya Tayali, will still be breathing and will have an opportunity to correct whatever wrong, HH, for that land, because it is real, for that land, we will make sure that we give it back to the poor people that you have taken. Land is very important. Land is very important, especially in Southern Province. It is very important. Those people, they are just suffering. Feruna and his brother, they are still, they are temples, they are just suffering. A lot of them are just suffering. A lot of them are just suffering. And that land could have helped them. But Hakainde Hichilema took advantage of it. It is real. It is real. Hakainde Hichilema can intimidate Banawakwi by dragging them to court because Hakainde Hichilema is in State House. Banawakwi is just suffering for something that is real, for trying to stand for the poor people. That's why Banawakwi is suffering. That is why Banawakwi is suffering. Banawakwi is not in problems. The one who is in problems is HH. But because he is a president, that's why Banawakwi is going through what she's going through. Otherwise, it is so sad that these things are happening. It's real. You can deny it all you want. It's real. Ministry of Lands, no matter what you will do, those records will still be there. I went, I did a search, I saw them. It is a fact that you will not change. It is a stubborn fact. No matter how much Simon Mwawi will try to discredit me and whatever, you will not change this fact. That farm once belonged to their temples. It is very clear. That farm once belonged to Lima Bank, a company that existed. That farm is now under Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema was the liquidator of Lima Bank. It is the same like that house of his, the one in Sebo Road. It is the same. That house belonged to Lima Bank. And HH liquidated Lima Bank. And today, he owns that house, if he hasn't sold it. HH took advantage of his position to get rich. The richness that you even talk about, which he cannot even declare. He took advantage of privatization. HH's benefits in privatization is real. No matter how much, whatever you say, it is real. It is there. And it's a stubborn fact. And for me, whatever belongs to the poor people, and it doesn't matter who owns it, when I will be president, I will not be following people to say, no, wali even pia shakuti shana. But if a poor person comes to me and proves to say, this used to be my property and it was grabbed from me, those cases, my dear, for me, I'll be following. Those cases. I'm not going to follow that. But let a person come to me. No, this piece of land belongs to me, and this minister or this whatever. Those cases I'll be following them up, because I am coming to liberate the poor. I am coming, to give the poor what they deserve. I'm coming to make sure that the poor get justice. That's what I will do. Me, I will not come and be compensating my politicians No, you were arrested, whatever. Even myself, I've been arrested so many times. But you won't see me going to court asking for compensation for the things that, for being arrested. I will not do that. But poor people, I will make sure that I compensate them. So, Simon Mwa, that issue is real. Is real no matter how much you cadres, you praise singers try to justify HH. It is a stubborn fact. Go to Ministry of Lands. You will find the entries that one point there was a title deed which was belonged to Mr. Hatembo. And this Mr. Hatembo, there was an entry of, it going to Lima Bank. From there, we see Hakainde Hichilema coming in. And Hakainde Hichilema was a liquidator of Lima Bank. He is president today. We can't do anything about it. By the fact that we can't do anything today about it doesn't mean that Hakainde Hichilema is spared over the wrong things that he did. No. He's just powerful. And when even he was in opposition, PF Vale Mutina. And he was using people to cover him from whatever it is. This is how Nsamansama died. This is how Nsamansama died. Because HH knew it is the truth. It is not that, no,
HH was accompanied by UPND cadres. It is in that scuffle when the police tried to disperse those cadres who had gone to offer solidarity. And this is the reason in this new...
Now, listen. You see? So, this man has been accusing me. I'm the one who caused Nsamansama to die. How did I cause Nsamansama to die? To start with, this issue, as I'm telling you that it's real. I'm not the one that reported this issue. But nonetheless, even if I'm not the one that reported, the issue is real. And this man has been accusing me, you caused Nsamansama to die. No. Who caused Nsamansama to die? HH had taken advantage of the Felunas. And the Felunas complained and the case ended up in court, ended up Kuku police. Vamwita HH uses human shield. When you see these politicians with so many people, that is human shield. He uses human shield. He goes with those people. And like Simon Mwa himself is admitting, it is in that scuffle that Nsamansama was shot. How does Tayali come in? How does Tayali come in? How do I come in? I left, I didn't speak about this. I was not challenging Simon Mwa then because we were in court and I was respecting the court. I didn't want to be cited, for content. But this man has been accusing me, but who really brought in Nsamansama? Who brought the death of Nsamansama and Lawrence? Who brought? It is HH. HH used those people as human shield. And that's how they died. If there is a person that caused those people to die, it is HH. I didn't bring people out. I didn't bring people out. I didn't bring people out. I didn't ask anyone to come out. It is HH that took people, that brought people. And as a result, like himself, this man, the master of English, is saying, it is out of that situation that Nsamansama died. And listen to what he says. He's not even very intelligent in making his arguments. Listen to what he says further on.
Administration. It is never a good idea for cadres to accompany party leaders when they're going to court.
Have you heard him? He's saying it is not a good idea. It is not a good idea. And yet, he wants to absorb HH. He wants to absorb HH from his own mistakes. He's recognizing that it is not a good idea to carry cadres. He himself is saying it, this man. This master of English.
Of confusion. Everything he glosses over. Offer solidarity. And this is the reason in this new administration, it is never a good idea for cadres to accompany party leaders when they're going to court. It is a mess. You've seen here in the recent past that This administration, the police, zero tolerance. And this is the way it should be. When a political leader has been summoned to court, it is unnecessary. It is futile.
You see?
It is worthless for him to be accompanied by cadres.
You see?
Why? Because there will always be a conflict with police. To avoid that nonsense, to avoid the potential of that conflict.
So you see, I mean, he's admitting, HH brought those people out. And as a result, at the end of the day, I mean, people died. How do you bring in Chilufya Tayali? How do you bring in Chilufya Tayali? How do you bring in Chilufya Tayali? Where does Chilufya Tayali come in? And the case was not really my case. It wasn't really my case. My case on HH at that time, actually, it was about a house. As I'm talking, there is a man who was deprived of a house. He paid for the house, and HH grabbed that house. This man is real, he's alive. This man suffered. He slept in the cold. He lost his property because HH took him out of his house in Cheston there. Again, the evidence is there. The evidence is there. These people are real. That man, I'm not mentioning his name, but that man, the day that I will have power, I will make sure he gets back his house. I will make sure he gets back his house because HH has taken so much, has taken advantage of so many poor people. And these are real people. They are there. They are there. Now they can't talk. That man who HH grabbed the house from in Cheston, HH just grabbed it. He just grabbed it because through his friend. Yeah? His friend was the one that was liquidating these houses. He was selling these houses. And he gave a house to HH. Eh? A house which somebody had bought. And up to today, the man has been crying for that house. Nothing. And today, because HH is the president, he's powerful, we can't do anything about it. And you want to say, no, there was nothing. They just wanted to remove you on the ballot. Niba PF, they are the ones to blame. Because these things, they are real. But by PF, they were so scared of HH. Because HH was using the human shield. Whereby, wherever HH appeared, he used to go with a lot of people. And that's how there used to be confusion. And at the end of the day, they were turning around and accusing PF to say, PF, they are very violent. Hey, Edgar Lungu is a dictator. No. HH was agitating the situation. At the High Court, when they shot that guy in the butt, there were people aggressive. They were throwing stones at High Court. And that's how that guy was shot. Eh? So HH was really causing confusion. Wherever he went, he used to cause confusion with people. He used to cause confusion. He used to carry a lot of people. It is real. The bottom line is that story, not if Simon Mwewale and that now, hey, it is not true. Hey, whatever, there is nothing. They just wanted to remove him. No, it is real. It is real. A good example is Feruna. Why did HH kidnap Bena Feruna? Why? Why did the Atembos only appeared after HH became president? Those Ferunas, even today, even as I'm talking, they are agreeing with me in their hearts. And I'm sure they are praying that, please, Tayali become president so that you can give us back our land. And I'm telling you, you should be praying for me. Because for me, this is the justice that I'm going to give you. In my leadership, this is the justice that I'm going to give you. My time will come. It may not happen tomorrow, but it will come. For now, I am pushing those, those that have got capacity and whatever. That's what I'm doing. I'm pushing those that have got capacity. Let them be there. hoping that they will also turn around and help me. It is very simple. Why I don't aspire to say, no, I want to become president. I want to become president now. I don't have the resources. I don't have the resources. And I am pushing those that have resources and those that have got experience. Edgar Lungu especially, he has got more experience. And I look forward that Kunta and Shinawode will come and look at me and help me. I'm still young. I still have got energy. And I'm sure my God will look after me. But the time that I will come, for me, my presidency will be for the poor. That will be, my leadership will be for the poor. Justice for the poor. That's why Economic and Equity Party, we say, the objective, to restore human dignity. That is my statement. EEP is about restoring human dignity. All those that may have been taken advantage of, the poor people who have dignity, who want to come and restore human dignity at the right time. That issue is real. HH has taken advantage of the people, but now that he's president, we can't do anything. When we wanted to do something, PF Bale Mutina, haka inde ichilema. Bale Mutina, ndemi wechinka. Bale Mutina, haka inde ichilema. How we numanga tuamuita, shan. And indeed, whenever HH was appearing, Tayali xefile xtava Lungu. Tayali xefile xtava Lungu, HH kutuma mwa iverati, no, he's not going to be a ballot. He's not going to be on the ballot. Ngakwali nikafuafua. No, but look what is happening in the country. And these are some of the things that I'm going to be talking about on Sunday. Because HH at that time, you can't just come and say, no, HH taweta ballot. But now, look what is happening. Anyway, so that is the story. It is real, Bane. And HH is surviving because he's powerful. When he was in opposition, he had so many people around him. He's now president. But the real issue is that those issues are there and they are real. It is factual. I'm opening phone lines.
Boom! What time?
I'm opening phone lines. You can call in. You can call in and make your contribution. But hello?
Good morning, Chilufya. Sorry, is it evening?
Good evening.
Good. No, what you've said is so true, and I think most people would agree with most of everything that you've said. And for me, it's just to add on, and this is just a call for all Zambians, especially the people that are in opposition parties. Politics is about numbers. And for now, if you look at our Zambian situation, the only person that has got more numbers is ECL. The reason why today we're talking about Donald Trump, even if he lost the elections, he had numbers.
Yes.
So my call to these other opposition parties in Zambia, yes, you all want to be leaders, but tamukwetama numbers mweba. You don't have the number, and that's what Chilufya Tayali has been saying. It's ECL who has the number, and ECL has already marketed himself for Zambians. If you're going to make a mistake to say, oh no, because I'm popular, you're just going to waste votes. So can we just rally behind one person? If we want a better Zambia for our children and our future, there's only one credible person that we should be looking at, and that's ECL. So thank you, Chilufya. God bless you, and may you continue doing the good job that you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello?
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Awe watokera sana pamoja ya mulera ndayo siba Tayali leo uko kwebekara charo wa muza
Hello, Tayali, mwabombeni.
Hello.
Hello, mwabombeni mkwai.
Mkwama bombeni.
Mkwai. Awa inende papa fyebusha abantu muno mu Zambia in this era. Taba ishiba chikwadi ba ma priests, Catholic priests. I can give you one example. We had one who retired as a general, Muzaf. Elo, bushe ama priest. Elo baba twala ku training abo bachilala ndachita basenda mfuti. Nishi baba twalira ku training bena bayamukusendo tumuti. Aba nabo badine mfuti. Elo efyo mwalanda padi bachitambala. Bachitambala is a nephew to Never Smumba. Never Smumba ni batata. But danira baba chitambala ni bamayo senge. If you're mwachirala and that he attacks everybody, I'm a victim of him. Elo da fumine mujere ba lenseka tininkota. Kanshire sanalo alelo lesha. Nabo baba ni ba convict. Elo nga bali puishe mbuino bamayo senge. Me, I'm younger than him, but it's an embarrassment to the family, the way he behaves. So, Mubarabe Kofie, me is my cousin, but is not even worth talking about. Elo ngabali temwaba tataba never smumba. Gabale beba, what is happening? In our constitution, takwaba vice president wa fumapole fola. Under which law?
Imagine.
Bale kupera na motoka. Nakapokola.
Nenganda bale kusonkerera.
Those are problems. Ngaba litemwa ba neighbors batata. Inenda. Batata ba neighbors tradishwa no ponjikala. Atindalanda. It is wrong. A wrong is a wrong. Era bale tusebenya fwebe na chinzadi abachire batali na tuseba na chifuma
na totera if you understand but useful idiots because even if into na people never smumba tabalandira kwa abantu never smumba ni never smumba shall be saved. That is it. It's never smumba shall be saved. Whenever Smumba doesn't talk for others, he doesn't talk for the citizens. It is about himself. Now we think enough to be bad. Whenever Smumba wants to justify Kuryoko Valeria, if of our motor the difference, there are also what me and Vaneva Smumba Chitambala, we are in the same company. We are the same company. The only difference with me is that in an angumpe if something is wrong, I will be able to say it. I will be able to tell you. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening.
I just want to encourage you over Simon Mwewa. Simon Mwewa, mwebaposa kwa mano. In the first place, Simon Mwewa is jealous of you because he cannot compare himself with you. You are independent. You have married a beautiful wife.
Yes.
Simon
listen. Let's leave the innocent woman away. Let's leave the innocent woman. Oh my, napapata. Let's leave the innocent wife. I mean, I believe Simon Mwewa's wife, she's very good, and Simon Mwewa has remained a boy. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you very much for coming back. And your line was cut earlier. Hello. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Hao tulipo kulanda kwa kutwala kujia shijao bene ba si shall safety but ndara wa chonseso bali sta expected kuba Romino ya basungishe pantu bakesa reterera abana kushara na bene bakasunge bakeseshe bweshi bene nga chitako encourage. Thank you.
Thank you. It's true. Whenever smumba. Ila moto kamwensha. On what account? On what account ila JX vamipera? Who are you? Who are you? On what account? Hello? Hello?
Hello,
Yes, my dear.
President program na sana ya program. Mletu swako chipala kasa wakalamba. Chonde
Yeah, but that one is cutting. It's cutting. So whenever Mumba, I mean, it doesn't save anyone in the country. It doesn't save Zambian people. When is Nibukandide. Why me for Nibukandide? If you don't have people in Zambia, what is whenever Mumba say? I know. HH. I'm endorsing HH in 2026. I will not stand. What can you get even if you stood? Even if you stood whenever Mumba, how many votes can you get? How many votes can you get whenever Mumba? Useless politicians. Even more favor candidate, that's it. That's it. And Simon Moore is just trying to, to be a nice nephew, to defend you, but really. But HH caused a number of people to die because he was putting them in front. That's what HH was doing. HH was using people in front, and a number of people died. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening, my brother.
Thank you. Yes, number one, what you said in the committee. Lesale mipala wa mudala. Lesale kwata pepo sana sungiri okuya kukyalo komukyalo kyampe. Because mwikala kuno ba boss banga mtetu kuchimbo kaila. Hata mule tuisu na kona ama pisu mule tuisu na. Lesale mipala wa mudala.
Natote.
Tuwalaisa kudi wa nevas mumba. Wa nevas mumba fina watu kufyataji tulena nda. Now, the law takes women of an invest Mumbai and upcoming national politicians. What the Vakupos are going to the Vakupos are going to Mano. I have never left Landa. What the Pudia, the Covalefua. About the 1 week, the Balan, number one, never Mumbateva factor. 26, Baleka Kavati. Nafuni mulera ndatwe na Zambia tkonkanye kufyo kupota. Ifuna fya kutika kwa America. Ndasha arakutika na Mozambique. Vaechecha pamaka yapwa. Na yapwa. Na bashoko no kushoko na beshi batawo na longa na ene wano kiemu. Wonsa badetalika baka imoyo. Hello ba Simon Mwewa. Nangu bale ni konka. Bale kuna helicopter. Bale akuka sama. Vayoku. Water. But for me, I'm Zambia to rate Tamba game of area was Tayali. 2026. Valas.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm part of Tayali.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
No way, no. Nataka kusema contribute na hii program. Ndaikonka sana. abantu tebafire bali brema naye mwogwe bati mumwalenga benansa mansa amawafu.
Imagine.
Aba Simon Mwera, those are useful idiot. Se tulanda pakudura kwa bunga, tule mfana mpo tulendera, tule mfopa Simon Mwera. Uizi wa Simon Mwera. Allah! So tayari chitenzi continue kula bombera abantu. Mwakula isura abantu imitwe. Tulembeshe kuvota bonse. Ushikwete voters card akwate Donald Trump na wina. So na Lungu arebwerera ku passport Lungu.
Sure.
Imfa shabantu abarefo y'amakoti baretwara ku makasa amabena kishimba kambera bari kozina fira political ni banana. Nibena. Bari tuma makado kora mu report ma police so that bari tunta abantu batwara outside. GBM bari mutani rero bari ku jail. But when they were in Ghana, we don't watch the campaign. These people, they don't appreciate how 2026 we are very much better. Even for us,
Thank you, my brother.
bye, Mwombe win.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hello? Hello? Oh, nani nafanya Tambeko.
Kambani.
Yeah, so, don't pay attention to Mr. Chitambala. Mr. Chitambala came to your house. You sat down with your wife.
Yes.
You apologized to each other. And you said you won't be attacking each other. But you just can't help it. He's a man who can't even, appreciate a hand. Gentleman's agreement, what they say, gentleman's agreement. He's not principled. Because the moment he left your house, after having tea together and you promised each other that you won't be attacking each other. But there he goes, just can't help it. So he's just okay to ignore him.
Yeah. Hello?
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening.
I'm speaking to you behalf of Youth Panopa Ground. I can assure you and the rest of the Zambians who are following this important part of that things are bad on the ground. If we, as Zambian youth, we have noticed what's happening, and personally, my advice to whatever UPND and even my HH is to learn from what is happening in America. You see, everyone is very much aware and can see what's happening in Zambia. Formula UPND is number one, to arrest by Edgar Lungu and make sure it does not appear on the ballot, and then also follow all those political figures, Avena Bowman, GBM, Malanji, all these are coming. They will be jailed. And then he wants to ensure that they don't appear on the ballot by UPND, by HH, but no, when so will be. Number one thing they must know is that their biggest opposition is not Avena Bowman. It is not Avena ECL. It is us, the Zambian people. In a panel, as you are hearing me, I can 1 month in charge of forward in what I mentioned. I can no longer afford anything in this country. There are dimensions about Tayali. Why should I go on 12? Why should I go on the election day to go and vote again for UPND? I'm calling and appealing on all the Zambian youths. Please, in 2026, let's vote these people out. If I can assure you, if you want to vote for these people out, so vote or to vote for people who are going to really run this country with fairness and not to imagine just the other day by youth they were protesting. What kind of a country is this, sure? I now one hour that's no child. youth bonse, please to apapata, ufweni. Let's do something better. Send to Afunya for whenever pomp people, they don't mean all for this country. By HH, you lied to the people.
Leta kagero ako kale ponda kunuma kale randa kale teko performing ngufa
vengi
basi batatulela fwaya nambaka very kawina
mukasala kweli kwela mukusala wa
ufo muntu fodi wonso kemina against HH by youth in never took them for because I want to be fire. Quite better also you can't protest. Is that normal? Who's that right now? If you just go tomorrow morning or complain about no right to put very quick at that. Means what kind of the country is. Please, Zambian youth and senior citizens, UPN is a wrong move. We understand and we apologize to the previous regime. We made a serious mistake. It's a dangerous mistake we made. But let's correct this mistake. There's a chance in 2026, let's vote these people out. Thank you, Batai.
Thank you, and thank you to all of you. I can hear that it's a group. That's very nice. It's encouraging to, hear these young people, listening to the program. Yeah. Indeed, and this young person is very right. The opposition is not Bowman. The opposition is not GBM. The opposition is not even Edgar Lungu. The opposition is the Zambian people. The Zambian people. And Firandando Kovati, HH, no matter what, HH will not reach 2031. Because some of you think that no, Bakacha e Mingalato and whatever. If HH is going to survive 2026, he will not reach 2031. He will not. He will not. I'm not saying that Chikabashan, I just know that HH will not reach 2031. And Muke Sanjeva, you will remember me. HH will not reach 2031. He will not reach it. Anyway, I think let me end here for tonight. Thank you very much for following. I'm coming back on Friday. There is an issue that has come to my attention, and the details, I will get the details tomorrow, and then on Friday I'll talk about it. Thank you very much. May God bless you, and may God bless Zambia. Good night.